What's up guys, I'm DK Wrestler, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about what may be the best Funko Pop set of 2023, at least thus far, and that is for Indiana Jones. So let's get right to it. So today as I'm recording this, Funko announced an abundance of Indiana Jones Funko Pops, and it actually ranges from the 3 different movies that first started, like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, and The Last Crusade. But it makes sense considering that later this year, I believe in June, we are getting a 5th Indiana Jones film and will be the final one in the series. So it makes sense for Funko to capitalize on that hype and make a bunch of pops for it. I might as well kick off by talking about first the huge set of common pops, which these are some pretty decent commons. I mean, I believe the majority of these are from Raiders of the Lost Ark, besides I believe the Henry Jones Sr., and then I believe Sala is also from The Last Crusade, while the rest like Marion Ravenwood and then the 2 Indiana Jones on the bottom of that glam shot are all from Raiders of the Lost Ark, which these are pretty decent. I like the selection that's going on here, especially when you have a version of Indiana Jones without his jacket and then with this jacket. And I notice now, I don't know if that was intentional or that's just the way that it looks like on the glam shot, but it looks like it's almost like it's 2 different versions of Indy as terms to his age, because he looks more younger in the non-jacket one, while with the jacket one, his beard or 5 o'clock shadow looks a bit more gray. So it may be more older Indiana Jones in this case, even though I believe on Entertainment Earth it is listed as Raiders of the Lost Ark Indiana Jones. But nonetheless, these are some pretty decent selection of Funko Pops, at least for the commons thus far. But a common that is absolutely amazing, that being the Boulder Escape Pop Moments. This thing is fantastic. This is on the levels of last year when we got the E.T. and Elliot flying over the moon moments. Now this pop is basically, I would have to say easily so far, one of the absolute best pops of not only 2023, but maybe of all time. It's so detailed with obviously Indy running with the idol. You got the boulder and there's some debris just kind of flying all over the place. It is absolutely awesome. It's something that I feel like a lot of people have been wanting in pop form for a while, and now we have it here, especially in time for the new Indiana Jones movie that is set to release in the summer. So this is great, and I'm sure that a lot of people are gonna agree with me by saying this is easily one of the best pops of 2023 so far. But now moving over to the exclusives, kicking off with the Indiana Jones Lights and Sounds pop that's going to be exclusive to the Funko shop. Now when it comes to Funko posting about these Lights and Sounds pops, I wish they gave us a preview of what the sound looks like and what lights up, but nonetheless, I mean, if you've seen the movie, you obviously know what happens here. It's been a while since I've seen Indiana Jones, but I believe in this scene, this is where he takes the idol, and then obviously there is the snake on top of there, so he's trying to switch out the idol with something else that is of equal weight so that it doesn't detect any booby traps, but obviously it leads to that Boulder Escape scene that was made into a Funko Pop also for the set. So that's really cool. I love the base involved, and especially with that nice gold Indiana Jones logo. I think they did a great job, and especially the detail of the snake on top of the skull there, also very awesome. And then this set of exclusives, including the Hot Topic exclusive Indiana Jones with, I believe it would just be scars in this case, which is pretty decent. I love the detail involved with that, where you do have some scrapes on the side of the one face, and then you have a bruising under the eye of the other side of the face. He's holding the sword. He's got his signature whip, so that's pretty decent. And then below there is a Funko Shop exclusive Professor Indiana Jones, which is also cool. I mean, that is his normal day job, besides being an archaeologist, I guess, is being a professor at, I believe it's like a college or a university, teaching about archaeology. So that's really cool that they made a pop of Indiana Jones in that case. And then you have the Indiana Jones in the white suit that will be exclusive to the Funko shop. And I remember it was some sort of like scene where he has to blend into some sort of environment, so he wears that suit, or it's some sort of gala. I can't exactly remember, but it's cool that they also made an Indiana Jones for that scene also. And then we got the Pocket Pop, which, I mean, meh, it's Pocket Pops. But then we have ourselves the Indiana Jones with Henry Jones Sr. Pop Rides, and that's going to be exclusive to Amazon. This pop is pretty cool also. I like the idea that they made this. I kind of remember this scene, but because I believe this is Last Crusade, I don't really remember as much as, let's say, Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom, but I really enjoy that they're making this. I like the detail of the base, where obviously it is more of a ground base. You do see some rocks, maybe some of them are flying up, or also, now as I look at it more closely, it might actually be more of the like dirt dust effect, because obviously if you're driving on some sort of dirt road, then obviously the dirt is kind of flying off because of the wheels. So I really enjoyed that, and I can only imagine what the price point of this would be. I don't think it's going to be the regular Pop Rides price, which here in Canada, that's around like maybe $40. It might be $50 or $60 because you're now getting 2 characters in this Pop Rides instead of just a normal one-person Pop Rides. But you never know. Funko sometimes gives you kind of a good deal. Like, let's say, and I use this example a lot, I realize, for videos, is the Khonshu from Moon Knight, where it basically is almost the size of a 6-inch pop, but it's actually meant to be a 4-inch pop, and you're charged with the 4-inch price. So maybe with this pop, you might actually get it for the regular price of a Pop Rides, with it having 2 people instead of just 1. So I really do enjoy that. You got the motorcycle, and then you got like the little like passenger area, I'm gonna call it, where you're able to actually ride your motorcycle, but someone is sitting in the passenger side instead of actually sitting with you on the motorcycle. And then last but not least, we have ourselves the Indiana Jones die-cast pop, which is gonna be a regular one, and of course a silver chase that will be exclusive to the Funko shop, like all the rest of the die-cast pops. Now, I'm not entirely opposed to the idea of a die-cast Indiana Jones pop. I definitely think it does make sense for the sake of the idol that he's holding in his hand, because it's very nice and shiny. But my little gripe about this is, why couldn't they make the chase at this point then an all gold die cast chase instead of all silver? Because obviously the idol that he's holding is all gold. Maybe it's the fact that a few years back, I think maybe 3 years back, they did a Funko Shop exclusive of, I believe, a 10-inch version of an all-gold Indiana Jones with the idol. So maybe they wanted to avoid that and not make it in some sort of 4-inch version, so they made it all silver for the chase in this case, especially because, like not all of the die-cast pops, but ever since they started doing the chase die-cast pops, they've all been that one solid color of silver for the chase, instead of just switching up a color, which, I mean, would sound cool if they switch up the colors depending on what the main color is. So let's say if they had done that for, let's say, Darth Vader, instead of silver, it would have been, no, you can't do black because he's already all black. Or maybe go some sort of opposite color that is pretty close to one of the main colors. Let's say for Black Panther is what I should have used. You have like the black suit, but oftentimes he does have a lot of purple, so maybe you could have done like an all solid purple die cast Black Panther in that case, and then here you could have done the all gold because of the idol. So something like that they could have done, but you might as well keep the trend of the all silver for the die cast pops at this point. So overall, this whole set was pretty sweet to see, and I can't wait to see if there's any more made, especially when we have SDCC coming up soon, which is right around the time that the 5th installment of the movie comes out. Maybe they'll make a Shia LaBeouf from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Oh yeah, that's right, we don't talk about that film when we talk about Indiana Jones. But I digress. As terms to this set, if I were to choose a couple of favorites as terms to the set, I think one of them would have to be the Lights and Sounds pop involving the switching of the idol. I think that's pretty cool with the amount of detail that was put into it. I really like the Pop Rides that they did. That's an Amazon exclusive where you're kind of getting a 2-for-1 deal, especially if the case is that you're getting the normal Pop Rides price for that. And then 100% my favorite has to be the Boulder Escape scene that is just a regular common. It was definitely a smart move for Funko to make this as a common, because I feel if a lot of people are only going to choose maybe 1 or 2 pops, then maybe that the one pop that they choose from this set so happens to be the Boulder Escape scene. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's video on me discussing about the Indiana Jones Funko Pops that are coming out soon, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want Funko to make as terms to more Indiana Jones Pops, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.